Action.
All right, we're here on day 2 and we got our mortar bed down, we got our lime drain installed. Our mortar bed is a really nice solid surface to set on. You can see it's smooth, it's sound, it's just a really nice setting surface. It bonded to the slab really well. There's no loose spots or anything, and it's solid. So we're going to start by putting in our drain. I already have it down and installed, embedded into the mud, but you cut up the flap here, and then you're gonna have to put this up, and then this folds over. So that's the only way to do these corners, is a cut and fold. So we're gonna do that. We'll get the drain in. We got all of our band pre-cut. I'm actually using Pt.2 Rapid Set. This is my favorite thin set to use when doing kerdi. So we're gonna try to get this all the band, everything waterproofed by about lunchtime, and then we're going to hit it with another layer of something, and then we should be able to water test it starting tonight. So I'm hoping to get this all waterproofed, ready for water test in one day. All right. So here's the thin set that I like to use. To me, it's a lot easier to work with. It goes off when it's supposed to. But it gives you plenty of working time. It gives you a couple hours of pot life, or at least an hour, I don't know, but really good stuff. Same thing, I already cut and folded that corner too. Okay, so here is good. You can see the cut and fold corner here, and then go over this. Make sure that corner is really good. So now that can go over. Same thing in this corner. I'll get this back part up, and then the folded part goes over. And again, I'm going to squish some of this thin set out of here. I'm just getting it embedded to get a good start. Here. Okay, so the drain is in. Alright, and I actually like to get the corners in before I do the band. My floor doesn't have any corners, but we have a couple corners we can use here. Again, I'm just going to set it in there for now. That's an inside corner. They come with inside and outside corners. It does. Actually, this one's pretty nice. I think because it doesn't have any slope on it, but sometimes you need to slit right there because you'll get bubbles. Goes like this, right?
Yeah.
They do not make corners for an outside, I don't even know what angle that is, outside 45. Someday they will. Correct. There we go. Okay. Okay, so if you take a look at the corners here, I actually scraped this thin set off to show you, but this leg on these corners is 2 inches. I've had a lot of comments where people are saying to run your band all the way to the corner. What that does is create a triple overlap in the corner. They make these legs 2 inches, they're actually like 2 1/4 for a purpose, so that you only have to bring your band to the inside of the corner, and that gives you 2 inch overlap, and you don't end up with multiple layers of buildup in the corners. So a lot of the complaint of kerdi is buildup in corners, but that's one thing that people do wrong, is they run their band all the way into the corners and throw a corner on top of it. So put your corners in first so you can see that as a gauge. Oh yeah, here, get this here too, Ron. So yeah, you can see again, I'm not going all the way into the corner with my band. I'm stopping just so I get a 2 inch overlap.
Good, now,
Okay.
action.
Alright, so we got all of our band up on the walls. We got our band here. I put a band in the corners, top of the bench, all along the floor. You can see we have a little problem area here where they don't make a preformed corner, so I'm going to put the top layer over this, and I'm going to have to waterproof on top of this, or else we're going to end up with no 2 inch overlap. So the floor here, you'll also notice that the deck mud isn't fully cured. It's still dark. See, when it cures with no moisture, it turns light. And this is dark still, so you couldn't put a roll-on membrane like Latacrete Hydroban right over this. They want a 3-day cure. That's why I'm always trying to find a way where we can, get on this the next day. And for me, the only thing I've been able to find is a sheet membrane. So that's why we do it this way. Actually, we started, I should be able to just lay down that line. Good idea marking that line too, Ron. Work from the inside out. Get all the air and extra thin set out of here. Alright, that should be good. Let's do one final. So it's all done with speed set. So we're got everything waterproofed with kerdi. But I'm going to go back over this. I'm actually not going to use kerdi felt on the walls. We got dent shield. It's already waterproofed. And plus I'm going to go over it with something else that I want to show you. Okay, so now we got all our kerdi band up and everything. And because this is a rapid set mortar, it's going to chemically cure, so I don't need to worry about when I put my waterproofing membrane over it. It's going to cure the thin set. So I'm actually going over this with Ardex 8+9, and they say to put mesh in here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to fill the bigger cracks in my seams and my nail holes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint my seams because I don't like the way that thin set absorbs water. So basically going to waterproof all my seams. Right. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how this is going on. You see, I'm just going over nail holes and seams. The first coat's already drying out. And the way this is, their instructions are really clear. They tell you 2 coats with the roller, and because it has sand and cement in it, that the sand itself acts as thickening that gives you the correct mill thickness for your wall, so you're not left guessing like with the other membranes. So it's just 2 coats and it'll take care of itself. So this will avoid, if we were to do this all in kerdi, we'd have all these corners and build out in this niche. We could have used a kerdi niche, but a lot of times they don't fit in the openings that we need. So you can see I went over all the band, so no moisture migration can get in through the band, which in all my testing, that was our main problem, is that we had moisture coming through the thin set. So that's why I'm going over this, because I'd be afraid if moisture was able to get behind there. With this product, we're able to just do that. And again, because we use speed set, you can see it's already sucking the moisture out, which is really good. I'm really happy with this method. And I don't need to waterproof this because it's dent shield. It's already waterproof. And you might ask too why I don't use kerdi board on the walls. I don't like how flexible it is, how much deflection there is. If you were to push on the wall, if this was 1/2-inch kerdi board, it would just push right in. It's not sturdy. This, to me, feels like a much more sturdy substrate. than 1/2" kerdi board. I said I like the 2" not that I use the 2" kerdi board, but that 1/2", it just, that's too much give for me. Again, I'm just going over the seams. I don't need to go all the way to the corner because I'm just worried about moisture getting in under the thin set, which up on the wall right here would never happen anyways. But I like to do my corners because sometimes you get cracked grout. I wouldn't want water to get in there. Go over my holes. So again, this gives me some peace of mind too with this cut and fold corner that we had to do. You know, putting an extra layer of waterproofing. And again, my testing has shown that kerdi fix doesn't work on kerdi. So I feel really good about this corner now. I feel like that's really solid. That's going to work out really well. Okay, so it's about noon. We started doing this about 9 o'clock, so we have a whole shower waterproofed and our first coat of Ardex 8+9 over it, and it's almost dry. It's actually, you see it starting to get darker already, so we'll probably put another coat on. It says 30 minutes in between coats. We will probably actually start putting that second coat on in about 15 minutes. So this whole shower should be completely kerdied and waterproofed, everything, within about 4 hours. So this is a really cool way of doing it. I think we're onto something here. Good. All right, Ron, how long did it take the first coat to dry?
We just went to lunch, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So you were completely dry, even the floor. We're good. So I'm just putting my second coat on. Just gonna go on the seams real quick. Again, this is different than Red Guard and Hydroban. The fact that it has sand and cement in it. So it's given us the thickness we need by using a roller. And again, this is going to be, we're way overbuilding this right here, but I know I can sleep good at night. So yeah, I'll finish this up and we'll be ready to be done for a little bit. Okay, so I got the second coat on and it's 12:30 in the afternoon. So we had this thing fully waterproofed with 2 coats, everything waterproof. And this is a waterproof system, not just a water management system. And it's going to be ready for flood test in about 4 hours. It said 4 hours you can flood test, but so yeah, we'll come back at 4:30, fill it up with water, and let it soak overnight. I just feel so solid about this system that I don't care if it voids warranty. I don't care, because I know this is going to work. It's going to work really well. And again, we're curbless entry, so we're coming all the way out here with the waterproofing. Niche is completely wrapped and waterproofed. Minimal build out. Anywhere where we couldn't put a preformed corner, that's 2 layers of the 8+9. Remember that cut and fold corner there, and that one. I mean, this stuff is really nice. Another thing to note is how clean this 8+9 is. I think because it has sand and cement on it, it just kind of goes where it's supposed to go. It doesn't fling around like Red Guard. You don't end up with red everywhere. So just another bonus.